Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. In today's video we're going to take a look at 5 big changes in the 3rd edition of the Bot War miniature game by Traders Galaxy, an Aussie run and owned gaming company. Today's video is brought to you by Traders Galaxy, the creative mind behind the Bot War miniature game and many others. Thanks to Traders Galaxy, we have a Turbo Edition starter set containing the models for the Valiant and Coil factions to give away to one lucky viewer. To enter, simply comment down below on this video or any other Bot War video on the channel what your favourite faction or model is from Bot War, and you'll go in the draw to win this awesome starter set. Once again, a massive thanks to Traders Galaxy for the continued support. So what exactly is Bot War? If you don't happen to know what Bot War is and have come here to check out the game, then let's give you a quick overview. Bot War is a smallish sized skirmish game with roughly an average game taking about an hour to an hour and a half to play, consisting of around 10ish models aside, give or take a few. Heavily inspired by the 80s and 90s robot cartoons and TV shows like Transformers, Voltron, Power Rangers, etc., Bot War let you take control of giant robots, monsters, aliens, and even regular old humans to battle out for the fate of the universe. In the new edition of Bot War, unit classes have come into much more prominent existence. Things are generally split into 3 main classes: bots and monsters, infantry, and vehicles and flyers. Though some infantry and vehicles and flyers can also be taken as squadrons or platoons. Each of these unit types will have different classes within it, like for example bots and monsters have 4 classes here as shown. Each of these classes is based upon the model's base size and will sometimes grant the model different bonuses. Generally, the bigger you are, the bigger the bonus. Some things like infantry also have a recommended number of models per base to use, and it's also worth noting that these first 2 classes of bots and monsters and infantry have a maximum 20-inch range on ranged attacks. Vehicles and flyers, for the most part, have the same base size dependency when determining class. The vehicles that are not flyers, however, will have a 24-inch maximum range for their ranged attacks. Next, we have super abilities. A big change in the new edition is that these are no longer a one and done thing. Super abilities can now be used more than once per game and can be used once every turn, obviously requiring that you have the required amount of energy to use said abilities. It should be stated though that while by default all super abilities are a 1 use per turn rules wise, some may have rules that effectively make them the same as they were before, being a once per game use only. An example of this would be the Adrenaline super ability, though this has been suitably tuned up to make up for the fact it is a 1 use per game, other abilities notwithstanding. The next change is energy. Now, this isn't all brand new. Some of you who have played the game with factions like Sordana's White Knights may have noted different types of energy being listed before. These have all slightly changed from previous iterations, but now have 4 different coloured energies listed in the core rules. The first of these is pink energy, which is the normal energy you've become accustomed to in your games of Bot War so far if you've played, or for those new, this is essentially just normal energy. Now, we then have 3 other types of energy: green, red, and blue. Each of these types is best used when boosting a particular thing. Green energy is best used with ranged attacks, red energy is best used in close combat either for attacking or shielding, and blue energy is best used for movement. Probably the most controversial of changes, but one I'm honestly a fan of, is to victory conditions and missions. A lot of missions have seen small changes to them, with some additional rules added, changed, or taken away. Nothing too extreme there. But the big change here is with victory conditions. You can no longer simply wipe out your opponent and claim victory. There is now a victory matrix chart that is used, and based upon how much of you and your opponent's forces are taken down and how many victory points are scored by each player, you'll have differing levels of victory, either minor or major victories, and even the potential to draw. Honestly, this is a refreshing way to play, awarding victory upon playing with your models in a calculated and conservative manner at times, and not just simply always being that go for the throat right from the get-go playstyle. It's a rewarding play experience. Lastly, we have Elemental Avatars. This role is the new name for the Combiner's super ability. As the previous name may incline, this is the super ability where multiple smaller bots combine together to create a much larger bot, aka Voltron, Power Ranger super bots and all that sort of stuff. There are a few changes here besides the name, with the bonuses granted for movement, attack and shield dice changed slightly, with a bigger focus on melee equivalent bonuses. The Elemental Avatar also costs less energy to maintain, allowing you to keep it up for longer, and an Elemental Avatar may now activate better when first formed, with all spent activations resetting once formed up. We hope this video was helpful in getting you started with Bot War, and that it was able to give you some ideas and inspiration to start your own force in the game. If you have any other questions at all, please comment down below, and while you're there, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe and join our Discord server to check out all future Bot War and Traders Galaxy content. We hope this video was helpful.